Norway has long been regarded as one of the most prosperous and stable economies in the world. With its vast natural resources, particularly oil and gas, the country has built a strong welfare state that provides extensive social benefits to its citizens. However, recent economic shifts have presented new challenges for Norway, raising concerns about the sustainability of its economic model. In this video, we will take an in-depth look at Norway's economic situation, the challenges it faces, and what the future may hold for the Scandinavian nation. The economic boom, Norway's oil and gas legacy. For decades, Norway has enjoyed economic prosperity, thanks to its oil and gas reserves. The discovery of petroleum in the North Sea in the late 1960s transformed Norway's economy, turning it into one of the wealthiest nations in the world. The government has carefully managed these resources through its sovereign wealth fund, the Government Pension Fund Global, GPFG, which is now the largest sovereign wealth fund in the world, worth over $1.4 trillion. The wealth generated from oil exports allowed the government to invest in infrastructure, healthcare, and education, leading to one of the highest standards of living globally. Unlike other oil-rich nations that have struggled with the resource curse, Norway has implemented strong fiscal policies to ensure sustainable economic growth. The GPFG was designed to prevent excessive spending and to provide a financial cushion for future generations. Warning signs: slowing economic growth and inflation. However, in recent years, Norway's economy has shown signs of strain. While still performing well relative to other European nations, Norway's economic growth has slowed, and there are concerns about its long-term sustainability. In 2023, Norway's GDP growth was estimated at just 1.2%, a significant drop from previous years. Inflation has also been a concern, with the Consumer Price Index rising by 6.5% in 2023, leading to higher costs of living for Norwegian citizens. The rising inflation rate has eroded purchasing power, putting pressure on households and businesses alike. While the government has taken measures to control inflation, such as adjusting interest rates and implementing targeted subsidies, the challenge remains significant. Dependence on oil and gas, a blessing and a curse. One of the main issues facing Norway's economy is its heavy reliance on oil and gas. While these resources have brought immense wealth, they also make the economy vulnerable to fluctuations in global energy prices. The transition to renewable energy sources and the global push to reduce carbon emissions pose a significant challenge for Norway. The government has recognized this and is investing heavily in green energy initiatives, such as offshore wind and hydrogen projects, but the transition will not be easy. The shift away from fossil fuels is both a risk and an opportunity. If Norway successfully diversifies its economy and becomes a leader in green energy, it could continue to thrive for decades to come. The high cost of living and housing crisis. Another key challenge is Norway's high cost of living. Oslo, the capital city, consistently ranks among the most expensive cities in the world. High wages and strong labor protections contribute to this, but so do high taxes and the cost of goods and services. Housing prices have soared in recent years, making it increasingly difficult for young Norwegians to buy homes. Housing demand has outpaced supply, leading to rising property prices and rental costs. The government has introduced measures to increase housing supply, such as easing construction regulations and offering subsidies for first-time buyers. But these efforts have not yet fully addressed the problem: labor market challenges and workforce shortages. Norway's labor market has also faced difficulties. While unemployment remains relatively low at around 3.5%, there are growing concerns about labor shortages in key industries, such as healthcare and technology. The aging population is putting pressure on the labor force, and the government has been exploring ways to attract skilled workers from abroad. The labor market challenges extend beyond workforce shortages. Automation and artificial intelligence are reshaping industries, requiring workers to acquire new skills. The government has invested in education and vocational training programs to ensure that the workforce remains competitive, but adapting to rapid technological change remains a significant challenge. The demographic dilemma, low birth rates, and aging population. Another significant issue affecting Norway is its declining birth rate. Like many developed countries, Norway's fertility rate has dropped below the replacement level, leading to concerns about the long-term sustainability of its welfare state. A shrinking working-age population means fewer taxpayers to support the country's extensive social programs, including pensions and healthcare. The government has introduced various incentives to encourage families to have more children, such as parental leave policies and childcare subsidies. But reversing demographic trends is a complex challenge. An aging population also means increased healthcare costs, and pension obligations, which could strain public finances. Without a significant boost in birth rates or increased immigration, Norway may face difficulties in maintaining its current level of social benefits in the future. Norway's path forward. Key strategies for economic stability. Despite these challenges, Norway remains one of the most prosperous and well-functioning economies in the world. The country consistently ranks high on measures of economic freedom, human development, and quality of life. Its strong institutions, transparent governance, and well-managed resources give it a solid foundation to address future challenges. 1. Diversifying the economy. Reducing dependence on oil and gas will be crucial. Investments in renewable energy, technology, and innovation-driven industries will help ensure long-term economic stability. 2. Addressing labor shortages. Enhancing workforce participation through immigration reforms and upskilling programs can help alleviate labor market challenges. 3. Tackling housing affordability. Policies aimed at increasing housing supply and stabilizing real estate prices will be essential for maintaining living standards. 4. Managing inflation and public finances. A balanced approach to fiscal policy will help mitigate inflationary pressures while ensuring sustainable government spending. 5. Strengthening EU relations. Norway's relationship with the European Union, particularly through the European Economic Area, will play a key role in its trade and economic future, a resilient but challenged economy. In conclusion, Norway remains one of the wealthiest and most stable countries in the world, but it faces significant economic challenges. The reliance on oil and gas, high cost of living, labor market issues, and demographic trends all pose risks to the country's long-term prosperity. However, with strong institutions, a well-managed sovereign wealth fund, and a proactive government, Norway has the tools to navigate these challenges successfully. The coming years will be crucial in determining whether Norway can maintain its economic strength in a rapidly changing world.